Hey fellas, as promised, I'm going to be doing all of the Crystal Division weapons, or at least reviewing all of them in the same exact video. So we have the Rune Buster, Ice Wyvern Horns, Runic Sentiel, the Crystal Touch, the Crystal Bow, and the Enchanted Crystal of Ancients. So all of these weapons come from the Crystal Division in the Clan War. You can actually just grind parts by buying chests with all the silver you have, but like, I recommend having like at least 50,000 or something, bro. Or you could just grind the clans and get first place to get some parts. So let's just go inside here. Here's the Rune Buster's damage. And there was the ammo restore that I was talking about in a few weapon reviews back. Ooh, watch this Ricochet. Yeah, like I said, Ricochet does increase damage sometimes, so let's try this one out. And all these weapons are pretty cool. Pretty high damage overall. Also, here's each weapon's damage without modules, if you're wondering. For the Rune Buster, it does 212 to the head, 152 to the body. For the Ice Wyvern Horns, it does 105 to the head and 75 to the body. Slightly more powerful than the Laser Cycler, which is literally what this weapon is. The Runic Sentiel does 158 damage. The Crystal Touch does 175 damage per second. The Crystal Bow does 225 damage as a direct hit with the full charge. And with the Enchanted Crystals, each particle does 72 damage and totaling up to 216. Well, the wiki says 217, but mathematically correctly, it's 216. But let's go over each weapon's unique abilities. For the Rune Buster, we got the shotgun, disable jumps, and slowing down the target. Also, like I just said earlier, each weapon has the hidden ability to restore ammo over time. Or at least gain ammo over time for certain ones, like the Crystal Bow. For the Ice Wyvern Horns, you got the Piercing Shot, the Ricochet, and Life Steal, meaning you can basically get some health back after hurting an enemy. For the Runic Sentiel, we got Consecutive Explosions, the Damage Reflection, and the Barrier. It's basically like the Cthulhu Legacy. I have a weapon review on that one as well from 2020. For the Crystal Touch, you have the Stream Beam, the Blindness, and it slows the target. For the Crystal Bow, it has double jump, area damage, and the Charge Shot ability. Which is already obvious it can just charge up. But the fact I already have double jump boots makes this kind of attribute pretty unnecessary. For the Enchanted Crystal of Ancients, as multiple shots, manual guidance, and slows the target. With the manual guidance, you have to basically move your screen around to control the little rockets that go out. There are other weapons like that, by the way, like this one, the Stinger 3000. Funny enough, I've not done a weapon review on the original Stinger, yet I've done a weapon review on the Stinger 3000. Also, by the way, since there are 6 weapons, I'm going to be doing 2 matches instead of the normal 3 that I promised from other ones. Yeah, Keynote, I just used the wiki for information, or I could just rewatch Drot's videos, just in case. Because Drot might be probably the most useful person when it comes to damage testing. So I recommend watching him. Also, confused who Drot is, he's actually a YouTuber from Romania. Yeah, I had to read his little information on his account. So without further ado, let's get into the weapon. The first match will take place in Silent School. So I'm gonna use the melee first. Let it rain crystals, guys. Let it rain crystals. And don't worry, the crystals do damage over time. That was already shown. Now for the heavy. No, so far I've yet to really use the backup and the primary. Which them not being used yet might just be a small foreshadow to the ranking I'm going to put at the last after the second match. Or at least at the last second of the second match. I'm not going to spoil anything yet, but I'm just putting into foreshadows, okay? Got him. Oh, goodness. You know, at least I did get a kill with the Room Buster. At least in the last couple of seconds. But third wasn't so bad. I'll take a top 3 spot. Alright guys, let's move on to the second match. Our second match will take place in Classic Pool. Since I barely used the shotgun at all, I'm going to do so. How is this dude even hitting me? Jeez, where is everyone at? Okay, I got my answer. Alright, I'm gonna try to get some more kills with the special. Okay, due to how I'm performing with the special, I think we have a clear last place. Oh, that's a double kill. Back time. Sniper time. Okay, fumbled that shot. Make it rain crystals. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Alright, heavy time. Primary time. You know, I feel like this weapon sounds like they're shooting rocks out of it. I mean, to be fair, it is made up of crystals. The crystals are kind of like rocks. Just minerals, rocks, you know? Boom. You know, one thing I forgot to mention was the delay mechanics, but the primary, the special, and the heavy have delay. Also, the melee does too. While the backup and the sniper don't. But now for the ranking that I promised. So if I were to rank every Crystal Division weapon from the worst to the best, well, I have a clear 6th place. And it's not even close either, bro. The special is clearly the last place one. Because, like, you have to get up really close. Even Bluff's Butter, a streamer of Pixel Gun 3D, actually said that this was probably the only one that wasn't that worth getting, while the other ones were actually decently worth it. Now, 5th place was pretty hard. Pause, but I think the heavy will get the 5th place reward. I mean, I think I'm kind of better off using the Stinger 3000. But overall, like I can't give all these Crystal Division weapons some points for, you know, they're really great designs. And fourth place, like, the one weapon out of the four I didn't mention. Yeah, now this one's probably gonna come up just short of the top three. But now this one was really hard, as all four of these weapons are pretty fun to use equally, with the sole exception of melee being slightly more fun to use. But I feel like fourth place has to go to the backup. Although it could theoretically be top two due to its cat spam ability. I don't even think that's an actual word. But the backup, like I said, I feel like this is slightly better than the Laser Cycler, but if you don't have this one, go ahead and just get the Laser Cycler. Also, I forgot to mention, the next event coming up is called the Digital Hero Set. It's about to come in a couple of hours as of this recording. So you have a chance of getting the Laser Cycler, the Wave Pulsar, and the Digital Sunrise in that same set. And all of those weapons I have made a review on, with the sole exception of the Wave Pulsar. That one might be after this one. And let me tell you, I find the Laser Cycler to be the most fun to use. But let's just move on to the top three. The melee is obviously getting third. It's also my most favorite out of these Crystal Division weapons. You know, I've always loved the melee category in this game because I just love using knives, axes, any sharp tools I can get my hands on. And the sound it makes is pretty fun to hear. For second place is the Rune Buster. Like I said, even though I barely used it throughout this video in comparison to probably everything else, and the special, by the way, those were the two I probably used the least. Like, I wanted to use all of them as equally as possible because, like, this is a whole video dedicated to the entire Crystal Division. You know, a lot of y'all might be confused. Why couldn't I just do them, like, separately? I mean, to be fair, like, that would take way too long. Plus, it'll take a couple of days in comparison to just doing all 6 of them. But the one weapon I didn't mention that goes first place is the Sniper, the Crystal Bow. I just love this little mechanic of raining. You might find this pretty fun to use if you're a sniper type person. Hold on, is this even allowed on sniper forts at all? I think it is. Yeah, I think this is allowed on sniper forts. Let me pull up the article right now. I have the article. I'm reading the wiki and doing the weapon review at the same time, so. Well, it doesn't say sniper forts in one of the recommended maps. But I think it is. I'll have to check after this weapon review is posted. Overall, this is a pretty fun weapon review to do. And those are my rankings. Oh, I think I have showed this off a bit earlier, but I do have the Crystal Division skin for the anti-champion rifle, and it looks so beautiful. This is actually the first one out of the 3 that I have. I just need the Dislike and the Laser Cycler. Both look just as beautiful. Well, Dislikes is probably the one I like the least out of the Crystal Division skins. I fuck the anti-champion rifle as the best one. Just hear that soothing sound. You don't wonder why I had this in my cat spam loadout so much. At least starting with like 2022 or 2023. It's because of how beautiful it looks. Plus it's high damage. Don't forget about the high damage, people. Yeah, and that's one thing I cared about the most when it comes to the weapons in this game is the damage output. Like, I care about this far more than like the mobility, especially for the melee category. I don't know what it is about the melee category, but I don't even see why people are just caring about the mobility more than the damage output. Okay, for some it feels necessary to care about like the double cashbacks and the heroic epi given their stats. Also, if you're slight clicking and some outside conversations, there's some people outside right now as I'm recording this, and for the clicking sounds, I'm just scrolling through my TV for some videos to watch on YouTube. In the background, I had a Totally Spies live stream on. And don't worry, I'm not afraid to report any comments to judge. Also, next weapon reviews, I was thinking like Wave Pulsar. Wave Pulsar will be next due to the set coming up. Yeah, and this weapon did get a slight buff, so I won't even say a slight buff, a huge buff. Yeah, so you might want to be careful when you come across this weapon during matches. Especially how it can now shoot through walls. But the fixed delay does make up for it. See, watch this. Yeah, that dude is only like a small smudge of health left. You know, fun fact, the Wave Pulsar and the Sticky Turret actually use the same sound. Yeah, and like I said earlier, the set with these three weapons are going to come back, so make sure you have enough gems for them, or coupons. Because I'm gonna guarantee you, all these weapons are actually really good. The armor Wave Pulsar being like the least good of the three, but now it's probably the best one, even outweighing both of these combined. So I'm glad to have reviewed all the Crystal Division weapons in one. I could have just gone longer. But hey, now that I've said my ranks, I'm free to end the video right here.